Whenever we talk about functions, there is something called as parameter that always come into talk whenever we talk about functions. So see, function, you're finding the, for example, if I take finding the factorial of a number, right? So you have to tell the function which number, right? So you will pass some values to the function. So whatever values you pass to the function, you call them as parameters. I think you understood that. So whatever values you pass to a function, that are called as parameters to the function. So try and understand this. We have discussed about return statements. Now let me go back and take you to the parameters of the function. I told you we will take def, you will take a function name, you will take parameters inside it. So let me talk about parameters in detail now. Now a function in Python can take two types of parameters. I have explained the positional and keyword arguments in my previous video. If you want, I will give the link. So that is what it is. So a function can have two types of arguments. The first argument is called as positional argument. The second argument is called as your keyword arguments. So what are these positional and keyword arguments? To make you understand it better, see, keyword arguments are also called as default parameters, right? They are called as default parameters because you give the values to them first before calling a function. I will explain that to you with an example, do not worry. I'm taking a very simple example to make you understand. If I have function def add, in that I have to give two numbers. I'm giving two numbers to add. I'm taking one as x, comma, other one as y equal to 3. This is what I'm doing. Inside the function I'm returning x plus y. Now I'm done creating the function, I'm done defining the function. Now let me just call it, let me just use it. So I will write the function name add. In the first parameter where I have written x, in place of that I will write one number. I will write 3 there. Now you can also provide the value for y also, but you can leave your function like this as well. If I do add of 3, so what this function will do is it will take that x equal to 3, that 3 it will take, it will add them, it will return the result as 6. So that are your default values. It is not like that you cannot change your default values, you can change it. I can give it like this, x equal add 2 comma y is equal to 10, so it is going to return me 12, right? So default values can be changed inside the function as well. You can change them outside of the function, you can change them inside of the function. I can do y is equal to 20 in the function, return x plus 5, then add 2, then it is going to return 2 plus 20, that is 22. So the first argument which I have explained as x is called as positional argument, whose default value you don't give. And the second argument are called as default arguments or keyword arguments. So there is one rule that you have to remember. Whenever you are giving the parameters to the function, your positional argument should always be before the keyword arguments. For example, I am taking x comma y equal to 10, right? If I reverse this order, if I write y equal to 10 comma x, it is going to give me an error. So remember this, your positional argument will always be before your keyword arguments, and your keyword arguments will always be after your positional arguments. Right, so after your keyword argument there cannot be any positional arguments. If you want, you can write so many keyword arguments one after the other, but no positional argument should precede a keyword argument. So that is a rule, otherwise you will get an error. I hope you got that thing. So that was about your positional argument and keyword arguments. So what is the rule that you follow and all those things, that was all about your arguments, right? Now let me take you print, sorry, I have to put a comma right here. Print your name is name. So let me just call this function and show you how does it work. Space and spaces. So key post, I want the roll number as 1, and that is a default argument. Even if you don't, if you call it like this, it is going to assign John to name. So let us just call that function. So your roll number is 1, your name is John, right? So but if you want, you can change the default value. If you know that someone else is at roll number 1, so I'll call it as with Mark. So let us check, save and run. Sorry, Mark, save and run. So your roll number is 1 because I have assigned this here, and your name is Mark. Like, I hope you got that point. But one more thing here, you can also change this inside the function. I can put here name is equal to Luke. I can do that. So if I just call it if I just call it like this, I'll get look. You can change the value of the default function inside the function itself. You can, but you cannot contradict here. You cannot contradict. If I see here, if I put name is equal to mark again, see what happens. You get look here, right? Because inside the function, see what happens. We are passing name as mark, so it will go here. It will assign the name as mark. Then it will come inside and it will again see that name is assigned with some other value, so it will assign it with look. That is why we are getting look here finally. I hope you are getting that point. That is what all about your keyword and positional argument rulings. I hope you got that.